Hey everyone, it's Kai, or Noah here, and I wanted to make a video because I got my name legally changed and also my gender marker changed. And I also wanted to talk about something else because why not? So yeah, I got my name legally changed, my name and gender marker changed on January 28th, I think. I'm not sure, but I got it in late January. Which is really crazy. Like, wow. um, so I got my name legally changed to Kai Noah, and my last name I'm not going to disclose on the internet. But yeah, that's my name now, and I got my name legally changed to male, which I do have my issues with because I would rather have my name as, my gender as like undefined or not man or not woman, it would make me a lot more comfortable. But I'd rather have male than female on my license and social security and all that good stuff. Um, so the thing is, I got, well, I'll tell you how it went because there's this like, no one really knows how it goes down in the courtrooms and stuff, and I would like to tell you because I didn't know and I was really scared going into it. Um, yeah. So for California, I live around Los Angeles, so I went to the courthouse in Burbank. Thank God I didn't have to go to the one in downtown because that would have been hellish. But yeah, so I went. It was a nice facility, a nice courthouse, I guess, whatever that means. There was security. You had to dress, as you all know, you have to dress like kind of nice for court. So that's who I dressed as. I wore a button up and just not casual wear. So there were different levels for different things. So for me, I was getting my name and gender changed, and so I went up to a different floor than a bunch of other people. And when I got to the floor, there were I kind of just like, it was just mind-boggling that there were so many people getting their name changed, because I was like, oh yeah, I forgot people get their name changed for different reasons that are not like trans reasons, like immigrants and people who just want to change their name, which was cool. So it took a bit to get everything started and stuff, but how it is, whatever. So everyone went in. The people who were actually getting their name changed had to sit at this big table in front of the judge. We all sat there. I saw that there were like 4, maybe 5 other trans people there, which was comforting. It was nice because it is uncomfortable being the only trans person there. And before everything started, before the court was in session, I don't know what the person is, not the judge, but the person who was sitting there, I don't know, what, secretary or something, but she was there, and she actually called up all the trans people. It didn't like say like, oh, trans people. She called up our names, our dead names, which was uncomfortable, but you know how it is. So she called us up to the court area, front area, and she kind of like huddled us all in and asked us if she wanted us to if we wanted privacy, which was shocking to me because I thought they were just going to be like, whatever, the person wants a gender name change, I'm going to call it out. But the court and everything, they're like, oh, she whispered to us and was like, oh, if you want privacy, we can give it to you, which was super, super awesome. But then none of us wanted privacy. We were like, whatever, because if you wanted privacy, you had to wait later. So none of us wanted to stay there any longer than we needed to. So we all got our stuff done that day and that time. Yeah. So basically how it all went, it went by last name, in alphabetical order. I was last, and it is nerve-wracking because you have to stand up while everyone else is sitting down and be like, oh, yes, judge, and all the yes, whatever, which made me like really nervous because I have really bad anxiety, but overall, the experience wasn't horrible. It could have been worse. I actually almost didn't get my name changed because the judge was like, oh, I don't know if you meet the requirements, blah, blah, blah. get it, because you have to get like a doctor's note to get your gender changed, which is really dumb. But anyway, so I had to do that. But I did meet all the WPATH requirements, so she was like, "Oh, sorry. Well, you actually do meet the bare minimum requirements," so I was able to get it changed. Thank God. So yeah, I got my name changed and my gender changed that day, which is really tight, and I'm really happy. So yeah, that's basically how the court system in Los Angeles or California works, or that specific courthouse. I don't know how any other courthouse work because I've never been there, but yeah. Going off of that, I wanted to talk about something else. I want to talk about a topic. I want to talk about. Sorry, there's background noise. I wanted to talk about how throughout my. This is all from speaking from personal experience. For my entire life, I've been waiting, waiting and waiting and waiting, waiting to graduate, waiting to start testosterone, waiting to get top surgery, waiting to get my name changed. Not necessarily had to be translated, but most things are translated. So yeah, it's just like I spent all this time waiting, and then once I finish getting on myself, like I sorry, this people are laughing. It's my parents. Yeah, so I started testosterone. That was one of the main things I was waiting for, and then I had top surgery. Like 6 months after I started T, and then now I got my name changed, and my gender marker changed. So, like, what next? You wait like years upon years to get all this stuff done, and once it's all done within a year, which I'm very thankful for, and I am very privileged as a person. I'm very privileged as a trans person to be able to get all my stuff done within a year of 2016. I came out in 2015, and then so on and so forth, and then I got my name changed beginning of January of 2017. Yeah, so it's just crazy that you're waiting for this extremely long, grueling amount of time, and then once you get everything changed within a year, you're kind of like, oh shit, like what am I doing? Like, now what? When you're waiting for that long, then you get... Because for me, my trans identity is always in my head. It's always in my head. Whatever I do, it's like, I'm trans, or I'm queer, or I'm a person of color, I'm Asian, whatever. Like, over and over and over. And then once you finish all the trans stuff, you're like, what do I do now after all these years of waiting? And so then you have like this mental space that's free because you're not thinking about waiting, I don't know if this makes sense. I'm kind of rambling, but yeah, it's just like, whoa, I'm not, for me, I feel like I'm done transitioning. I just need to work on my bod and and then stay on testosterone for as long as I want, as long as I'd like, yeah. Because I don't plan on getting bottom surgery. Maybe that will change in the future. Who knows? Yeah, identities changed, plans change. So yeah, I just wanted to say that like there's this. I'm at this point where I'm like, oh my god, I'm done with everything that I've been waiting for. Like, what do I do now? Like, do I focus on like other things that cis people worry about, like school and jobs and living? Because I did not expect to be living this long, not to be getting all depressing and stuff, but it's the truth. I didn't expect to live this long, because when you first come out, you're like, oh shit, like I'm trans, like what do I do now? So I just wanted to put that out there, that like I'm in this like limbo state where it's like, whoa, I have so much free time and like mental capacity for other things to worry about. Yeah. It's wild. Shit's wild. Yeah, I think that's about it. I'm still recovering from top surgery. I'm starting to put on scar strips. What's it called? I'll make a 7-month update video for my testosterone thing. when the time comes, and I will make a 3-month post-op video whilst that's happening, because I don't feel like making 2 separate videos because nothing's really changing in my chest. Yeah, but I am noticing a lot more changes regarding testosterone because I upped my dose. But yeah, sorry this video is lengthy, but I just wanted to explain my court experience and all that other good stuff. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video, whenever that may be.